I often talk in these videos about how you can use Shoreline to build reliable, resilient cloud infrastructure services. That, of course, begs the question of how Shoreline does it for itself. Because, of course, like any observability tool, any incident management tool, or any incident automation tool, these are tier 0 services. They need to stand up even when other things are burning down. Because how else are you going to go and detect that there's an issue or how to fix it? So our approach to that is pretty simple. The first thing is that we'll tolerate any single fault, whether it's an availability zone, a node, a process needing to restart, even a region. So lots of people do that. The other thing we do that's kind of unusual is we minimize our dependencies, because every dependency you take is something else out there that could go wrong. So we really use far less cloud infrastructure services than many others might, because like everything, they can fail. The ones we use, we also ensure that we have the ability to degrade when they're unavailable for some number of hours rather than fail catastrophically. That ends up mattering. Let's take one example. So I've spent a lot of time in the database industry, and databases are always a source of large blast radius failures. That's why in Shoreline, we use SQLite, which most of us probably think of as a database for our cell phones. But we instead use that because we can partition the data, limit the blast radius of issues, ensure that data is copied in at least 2 locations before deleted, and time partition our queries across a multitude of SQLite files rather than expecting a single database to be up, because like everything else, they fail. So, I really hope that Shoreline never has the very large scale outages that other observability tools, other incident management tools have had and that I've experienced in my past at AWS. I'd love to hear the techniques you've used to operate tier 0 services of your own. Please put your comments in